you know, St Johnstone and myself have, you know, behaved impeccably. We have, you know, give Richard a 2-year contract 6 months before his contract was up. So that shows you how highly we rate the guy. And you know, I turned down signing 2 or 3 players because I wanted Richard. You know, he's the type of player that I like. You know, he's competitive. He wants to win. Obviously, he's got goals from midfield. His set pieces are good. You know, he's a leader. And that's why we wanted him. So as we stand, you know, he signed a contract, and then I fully expected to see him pre-season.
Have you spoken to him?
No, because I didn't think it was right. Out of respect to Ross County, I know the pre-contract sits uneasy with a lot of people, but listen, it's the rules. You know, we've had the same thing happen to Liam Craig, and I wouldn't have been happy if Pat Fenlon had been up phoning him all the time. But you know, I know he hasn't, and out of respect to like I say, to Ross County and Derek Adams, they're obviously having a very good season. It would be remiss of me and wouldn't sit easy with speaking to Richard every sort of week or two. So I've let him get on with his football, and you know, he's done very well, and he's continued his form, and I think that was the only way to play it.
Going into this weekend's game, Ross County is a big game as we kind of push for a European spot, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, you could say that about every game we've had almost this season, that it's a big game, and we usually do say that before every game. So, and they are all big games. So now that we've got into the top 6, it's important now that we try and get a few wins, because last year we didn't even get a point, I don't think, after the split. So, and we finished in 6th position. So I think we want to improve on that, and that means, you know, getting some wins out of the last 5 games and starting on Sunday. Hopefully we can do that. So
we've probably had a very good home record this year. I think last year it wasn't very good. Our away form was better, so it's something that we wanted to put right this year. And I think, you know, overall we've been decent at home. We're a match for anybody. It'll be a tough game. Ross County have had a fantastic season themselves, and congratulations to everybody associated with Ross County. But you know, it's a good opportunity for us to, you know, and them to try and get a bit of momentum going into the last 5 games.
How important is it that we get a win on Sunday?
Yeah, it's important for us to get the points, and obviously to keep other teams away from us as well. So you know, we still have that chance of getting up there and finishing 3rd or 4th or whatever, and maybe higher. So it starts on Sunday, and you know, getting a win would be a massive step for us, achieving that.
You know, we could get closer to Cali, you know, if they don't get a result at Celtic. So, you know, there's a lot to play for week by week, but obviously if you can get off to a good start, it certainly helps.
Last question, obviously this week much publicised about the league reconstruction falling through. How do you see that?
Listen, it's a difficult one, but let's not have it right. Everybody goes in that. I keep hearing about this greater good of Scottish football. Everybody's got their own agenda. You'd be naive enough to think differently. You know, but I do think I feel slightly sorry for the 2 chairmen that have been criticised by, you know, who have done a lot of good work for Scottish game. You know, certainly Roy McGregor has invested heavily in Scottish football. You know, St Mirren the same, running a decent ship. You know, to be criticised by some clubs that, you know, they've got to have a look at themselves. There's a famous saying, when you point the finger, there's three pointing right back at you. So you got to have a look at yourself. And I think it doesn't sit easy with me, them 2 boys, you know, 2 chairmen who have done a lot of good for Scottish football, are been made the scapegoats. The ins and outs of it, you know, there's too many to go into. But obviously, you know, Scottish football's going through a difficult time. But that being said, on the positive side, you know, where we seem to be in a place that people love the negative. I think the product's been good this year, you know, averaging almost 3 goals a game in the SPL. You look at the 2 semi-finals, certainly entertaining quality games. You know, I think Scotland, same as Northern Ireland, it's about developing more players. You know what I mean? That's what it's really about, developing better players. And that ain't, you know, about criticising the SPL. That's just a blatant fact. We're not developing enough, you know, in the home nations.